Tony Ferguson, a name synonymous with unorthodox style and relentless fighting spirit, has been one of the most captivating figures in MMA history. Known for his 12-fight winning streak that struck fear into the heart of the lightweight division, Ferguson was once the boogeyman everyone avoided. But as of 2024, the narrative has changed dramatically. He's now on a 7-fight losing streak, with his most recent loss coming against Michael Chiesa in August 2024, where he moved up to welterweight in what could have been his final UFC appearance. Despite this downturn, Ferguson's unwavering confidence and charisma keep fans hooked. Each time he steps into the octagon, there is a mix of hope and heartbreak, as the once unstoppable force now battles to reclaim a glimmer of his former self. Even after a string of losses, Ferguson insists he's far from done, adding a layer of unpredictability that makes him as compelling as ever. Being a Tony Ferguson fan in 2024 is like being on a roller coaster that only goes down and it's fast, but it's the anticipation of the climb back that keeps some of his audience glued to his journey. As the legend himself faces the twilight of his career, every fight feels like it could be the last chapter in a story that's been as thrilling as it's tragic. Tony Ferguson isn't just any fighter, he's a symbol of perseverance, unpredictability, and the sheer love for the fight game. So what is up, my people? We back again with the latest in the MMA scene. I'm gonna try something different. Like, from now on, I'm gonna have a bit of a mix. Like, you know, the talking head style is good, but I'm an editor by profession, so I want to use my editing skills as well. The hook that you just saw is just a bit of that documentary style that I'm going for, and then we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. Today's topic, as you know, is about Tony Ferguson. Only he can half retire. He drops one glove, not two. Like, man's only half done with the game. Only Tony can do that. Man's got 8 L's in a row. He broke BJ Penn's record, like, had the winning streak. Now he's got the loss streak. Like, man's living in extremes, you know. Swear he's that guy who would leave one glove in the ring and then scrap with just one arm. Man's on a different level of mad. I love how everyone still shows Tony bare love even after man taking 8 L's. That's rare in the internet age, where people are quick to turn. He's loved, man, altogether, and even the people who say that he should retire is for his well-being. It's not because they hate him, they just don't want to see him get beaten to a pulp. He was the interim champion without even having a proper head coach. Man's doing it DIY style, but it's mad how the more he loses, the lower down the ranking his opponents get. 5 years ago, could you ever imagine Tony catching L's from Paddy, Bobby Green or Chiesa? Like, that's wild, you know. Bro, he's always coming in and saying, this is the best I've ever been, I'm ready physically and mentally. Then man goes and catches another L. And after training with Goggins, he can barely walk. Like, David Goggins actually broke him for real. Tony's too wild for his own good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. So let's take a stroll down memory lane, innit? Tony's a madman, came from welterweight, knocking heads and moving down to lightweight and just caused chaos. He beat some of the legends like Pettis, Cerrone, RDA, and the fight with RDA was absolute madness, you know. Man was fighting at altitude, still fresh as a daisy, throwing them spinning elbows like he's on some Street Fighter vibe. And remember, everyone was always gassed about Tony versus Khabib, the fight that never happened, cancelled like 5 times. 2 things I don't think I can see in this lifetime: Tony versus Khabib and GTA 6. And we never got to see who the true don of the lightweight division was. And I truly think when this fight fell down, Tony was never the same. Tony took a mad risk taking that Gaethje fight on a short notice. A man even cut weight twice, bro. Who does that? Only Tony. He got done by Gaethje and it's been a slow downhill ride since. Tony was that old school geezer in a modern world, man. Loved fighting too much for his own good. Man had that crazy style, long jabs, elbows like knives, and all sort of wild moves. Remember when he bust up Thompson, Barboza and Pettis? Man turned their faces into horror shows, blood everywhere, just classic Al Cucuy. I still remember those pictures floating about, like before and after fighting Tony Ferguson. He was feared, but as he aged, he's just become slowed, innit? Like, it's not the same no more. But bro, man didn't know when to quit. He had a chin like granite back in the day, taking shots that would floor most guys and just keep coming, only ever to get knocked out by Chandler, and that was when he was well past his prime. Man was still winning the first round in that fight too. Tony's always been that gritty warrior, even fighting with a broken arm once. His last stroke was next level, quick as lightning, especially when he tapped Barboza. He also tapped the up and coming Kevin Lee back then as well. Like, he was a problem. He fought his way to the top, no shortcut, 12 win streaks, and never got the proper title shot. That's diabolical still, and his career was a madness still. And if this is it for him, I just want to say big up to you, Tony. Enjoy your retirement. You're a legend of the sport. Can't wait to see what's next for you. Let me know in the comments, do you reckon that he's going to come back, or if this is it for Tony? As of now, just for his own good, I feel like he should hang the gloves. He's always been interesting to watch, but you know, I feel for the guy. I feel like he can have more things to do. Like, and big up to Khabib. Like, he actually wished him well. He thinks that his life is just starting now at the age of 40, when he hangs his gloves and start new adventures in his life. And big up to Tony as well. I know these guys did not get along when they were like trying to clash with each other, but even then Khabib stood for him when one of the journalists was trying to get some source out of him, like about Tony's mental health, and he shut him down. So big up to these two legends, man. One is enjoying retirement, evading taxes, and one is kind of retired with one glove down. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about Tony's future. Hit me up with some new ideas of what I should make, and if you like this video, please comment, like, subscribe. I'll try to make more videos on the regular. Just life been hectic, man, but I'm trying my best to record as much as I can. Until next time, safe.